there's no reason to be nervous or worried about doing your impressions with us. We use these first ones to create a try-in to get us going, but we also then send a support kit depending on how your impressions went. So we'll analyze your models. We're going to send you a try-in, and then if we know that, hey, we need a little bit more information on the side, or we need a little bit more information on the top, we send the kit that's going to help us get that information from you. So you don't have to worry about this is your only shot at getting good impressions.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Today we have Jen from Denture Box. And what we're going to do today is do the impressions for the Denture Box denture. And we are going to do the complete impressions like you would do when you would call or talk to Jen from start to finish. We're also in the comments, so if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments that you see on the right side of your screen, or underneath your video, you should see a chat button. Hit that, and you'll be able to ask questions to us, and we'll be able to answer them for you. Hi, Jen. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you, Michelle.
All right. Well, Jen, what do we do to start?
So the first impression that we're going to take is an impression of your existing dentures.
Okay.
That is so we can use them to get information from. Either if you like things about them, then we use that information, or if you don't like things about them, we make sure we don't make them like your old dentures. So we're going to get impressions of those. Okay.
I actually have an extra set here that you sent me that we're going to use these so I can keep my teeth in my mouth to talk.
Yep, that'll be great. Okay. So open up one of the base and one of the catalysts and start mixing them together.
You'll get 2 putties. Well, you'll get a lot. You'll get a box of putties to do the impressions, but you want to do the catalyst in the base. And that's how correct. Long do I have to mix this together?
It takes about most importantly, you want to mix it until it's one color with no streaks.
Okay, what tray will we be using?
We're going to be putting the denture into this tray.
This tray. And you'll notice that it has the letter D on it.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I have to get a knife. Michelle can't open the putty.
That's one of the things that we're hoping will be improved with our next delivery of putty is caps that open easier.
Okay, am I going to be rolling this in a log or what? How? Tell me how I'm going to put this in.
No, you are actually going to mix it together, and then you're going to lay it into like a pancake shape on your hand.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take the base. The base is blue, and the catalyst is white.
Correct.
And they're soft. They're pliable. And we'll just keep mixing these together. I'm still mixing.
And if you kind of knead it, that works too. Yeah, kind of fold it. That helps to mix it together.
Yeah, it does. It's working.
Perfect. That looks pretty mixed. So now you want to pat it out into your hand.
Pat it flat like this.
Okay, yep. And then you're going to take your denture, teeth side down. Set it on top of there.
Okay.
And then you're going to form that all around the outside of the denture. So that...
Just push it up around?
Yep. So that it gets up and around the outside like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
You don't have to be neat about it either,
nope,
correct?
Don't have to be neat at all. And then you'll just set that inside of that denture tray. If you want to pull off the extra, like hang it off the back, you can do that, Michelle. It's just fine.
Okay. Well, you know what? I might need it on the sides because I'm thin. Does it matter if it's thin?
It doesn't matter if it's thin.
Okay. And then just set it inside the denture tray?
Kind of, yep, just press it down in that denture tray. Just so you don't have to press hard, just kind of put it in there. Let it get down in there so the tray just sort of gives it some stability. Perfect. That's great.
Okay.
Perfect. Done. You'll set that to the side.
Okay.
And then we don't have to video it, but you'll repeat that and do that with your lower also.
Okay. That was very easy to do.
Yep. And that way those can set up while we start doing the other impressions.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So now we'll go ahead and we'll do your lower impression.
Okay.
So you're going to take the horseshoe shaped tray. Yours is blue. Perfect. And same thing. You're going to get
has L on it for lower.
Yep, for lower.
Okay.
And so, yep, then you'll get a base and a catalyst.
All right. Now I'm going to edit this out. Me opening the. It might. Yeah. Well, I'll. Okay.
And go ahead and start mixing.
Okay.
And this one you will roll out into a log.
Okay. And this is very pliable. I mean, if you had arthritis in your hands or anything, you could do this. There's nothing hard about this.
No,
Okay.
we chose a putty that was easy to work with.
You want me to roll it in a log?
Yep, roll it into a log, and there will be more for the lower than what's needed. So you'll roll it into a log and just make sure you fill up that tray and then pull the stuff off the ends.
Okay. And put it in the tray.
Yep. And if it's kind of bulging over, you can smooth some of that out. Perfect. And then pull a little piece off for your timer.
Okay. This is the timer ball.
Yep, the timer ball. Okay. And then you'll go ahead and get that. Perfect.
Okay. Put it in.
Yep. Put it in your mouth and press down.
Huh?
Yep. Press down and back. Press down in front. Pull your lip out and over. And then also we have you purse your lips and pull them back a few times. So to engage those muscles. Perfect.
Okay. I can feel it down here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we want to get to register.
Okay.
All right, Michelle, this is the good part.
Oh, do we have jokes?
What happened when I swallowed a dictionary?
Well, she does this. This is what she does. I don't know. You swallow your words.
It gave me this is the thesaurus throat I ever had.
Oh my gosh. This is what Jen does to you when you're doing your impressions. It's fun. I can feel it.
What do you call a nervous javelin thrower? Shakespeare?
Oh.
I know. Everybody's in for it. I got a whole new box of dad jokes the other day.
Oh, I'm excited. She makes this fun for you.
Yes. Go ahead and fill that putty and see how squishy it is still. Okay. We still got probably another minute to go.
Okay.
What did the surgeon say when the man asked if he could do his own anesthetic? He said, sure, knock yourself out.
I think Rob might be home. Yeah, here comes Rob. It's right in time for your jokes.
That's right. Why don't you want to get caught by a gang of mimes?
I don't know.
Because they will do unspeakable things to you.
Say hi to Jen. Here's my husband.
Hello.
Hi, Jen.
All right, Michelle, that should be pretty set up to be able to take out of your mouth.
Okay. Look how easy that was. Ooh, it's slobbery. There, how did it?
Oh, and that's excellent. If you can see how deep that is and how we've got all the information in the front and in the back. That's a really great impression.
Okay, and now you're supposed to send this back to you just like this, right?
Yes. Do not take it out of the trays.
Right. Okay. Got it. All right, next.
So now we're going to do the upper impression.
Okay. So
and you're going to start by mixing together the base and the catalyst.
Okay. Okay. I can't wait to hear all your new jokes.
I know, a whole 100 cards of them. I was so excited. It was in some random store, and I was like, "Dad jokes."
You need that.
Perfect. Now you'll roll that into a log.
Okay. And then
place it on the inside of the denture.
Okay.
Or the inside of the tray, sorry. And then you're going to smush it together, but leave a little space open in the back.
Okay. Okay, like this, and then.
Yep, and then smush it, and probably to about there, maybe a little bit more of a smush, and then that should be good.
Well, there's a lot of smush there. Okay, how does this look?
I think that looks good. Let's flatten out that bump so that you're not dealing with that in your mouth. Perfect.
Okay.
And then you're ready to go.
All right, you ready?
Yep, I am ready.
Need to take my timer ball.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Now you want to make sure and press up in your palette good so that smushes back in there.
Okay.
And then up on the sides. And then we're going to have you purse your lips forward and back a few times. And that's really to get the registration of those muscles that are working in there.
Okay.
And then you get dad jokes.
Okay. Rob's here for these. Come here.
Let's see. My landlord wanted to talk to me about my extremely high heating bills. I said, sure, my door is always open. How do you find Will Smith in the snow?
Oh, I don't know.
You look for the Fresh Prince. That's so bad. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? A tire. Go ahead and check that putty and see how it's going. Perfect. So we probably have about a minute left. I did have something to show you. So one of the things that comes with your try-in, when you get your try-in, Michelle, is we just started developing what we make our custom trays that are the shape of your mouth.
Oh, wow.
We make them based on your impressions. And then if we need that information for the support impression, we can put a thin layer of the putty in here. And because the tray is the shape of your mouth, it really goes around and helps us to get any extra information that we need.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's exciting. That's something new that we just brought into the office about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So new software. All right. That should be good to go. Excellent. That is a beautiful impression. And see how it filled in the back, and it didn't go out the back to make you gag.
Yeah. And when you do these impressions, you really need to push up on the sides of your gums because that's where this denture is. See?
Yep, the flanges.
So when you saw me pushing around, you really need to do that. Okay. All right, next.
All right, this is the last impression, and it's just your bite registration.
Okay.
So you're going to take the tan tray that has the upper and lower part to it perfect.
Okay.
And you're going to mix together a base and a catalyst.
Okay.
And you'll roll that into a log and put half on the top and half on the bottom.
Okay.
And the top is the side that has the sticker on it.
Okay. Well, and it is kind of obvious that this is the top because that's, you know, this lower one is smaller.
We don't assume anything at Denture Box.
Oh, okay. Another dad joke. You want to answer that one?
Really, we're just trying to make things as user-friendly and as explainable as possible so that people can get through it and they're not intimidated.
Well, and this is very easy to do. Arts and crafts.
That's right.
And then we're going to split it in half.
Yep, you'll split it in half and place half of it on the top and half of it on the bottom.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is roll each log first.
Okay.
That might, then I'll have, then they're in there to go. Oh, I probably don't need it. Oh, yeah.
You may need it all. That looks good.
Yeah. And then one on the bottom.
Yep. Okay. Now, when you go to put that in your mouth, I want you to put it in and press it down onto your lower jaw.
Okay.
Then you are going to close your mouth, but not bite hard. And then, so it's touching the putty, and then you're going to take a big swallow like you took a big drink of water. So press that down.
Okay.
And then close and then swallow. And what that does when you swallow is it puts you in a relaxed position, and you don't overthink about it. A lot of times, if we don't do that, then people either push their jaw forward or they bring it back or they tilt it. But when you just swallow and take that, it takes you right into the spot that you need to be. What do you call a magic dog?
I don't know.
A labracadabrador. Some are good, some are bad.
And there's no gagging here at all. No.
No, the bite registration should not make you gag.
Mm-mm.
What do you call a bee that can't make up its mind?
Mm-mm.
A maybe. Why do bees always have sticky hair?
I don't know.
Because they use honeycombs. That's my favorite.
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead and check that piece. Did we pull a piece of putty off? Okay, it's all right. The bite registration by this time usually sets up pretty fast because the putty's warmer.
Oh, sure.
How do you make holy water?
I don't know.
You boil the hell out of it. Oh, these are the jokes.
I was going to say good to Jesus.
Right. My dentist told me that he would make me a set of teeth for $1. But now I have buck teeth. All right, that should be good. You should be able to take that bite registration out. Perfect.
Now, is it okay that you can see that little?
Yep, that is just fine. There's a ton of information in there, and all that's helping us to do is make sure that we have your jaws in the proper alignment.
Okay.
So as long as there's information in there, then we're able to do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now, what?
You'll put all of those in their separate bags?
Okay. They send baggies for these, and it doesn't matter what bag.
Nope, it doesn't matter. Whichever bag.
Okay. We'll do that.
And then you place everything. If you have anything extra, extra trays, all of that back in the box. We do sanitize it and reuse it, so we're not so wasteful.
Okay.
And then you should have a return label.
I do.
You'll place that on the bottom over the other label. And if you don't have tape, we send a sticker to be able to close the box.
Put it over this label.
Yep.
And then there's a sticker in here. Yikes. I've got lots of Denture Box stickers now.
You do.
I do. And you just close it. And then where do you take the box?
For most people, it is to the UPS store or a UPS drop-off location.
Okay.
We prefer UPS. It just seems to be a more efficient way. But if that doesn't work for somebody, using the mail service is fine also. That's one of the questions on your Let's Get to Know You form, is the preference on your shipping. And that way, that's also easy for you. If you don't have a UPS store close, most people have access to the post office.
Okay. And then what will you send me back?
So we will send you back your try-ins, which is a version of your first design. So we take the information.
Okay.
And start creating your new design. If you have pictures of the teeth that you would like, if you have a preference, we're more than happy to have you send that to us so that we're not guessing. So some people like a more oval shape. Some people really like a flat square shape. Some people prefer more of a triangle. If you have an opinion, we're happy to have you email us and let us know that. We love that type of information. If you have pictures of yourself with your teeth before they were extracted, we use that information to look at also. We're very happy to gather that. And so then once we have all the information, we start building your design and we'll send you the try-in.
Now, what happens if my try-in is off? If
your try-in is off, we send the support kit. And so if it's something like we're not getting a good fit or there's just not enough flange information, that's where the custom trays come into play. And we do new impressions inside of that. And then if for some reason the bite is off, we do an impression using the try-ins and put bite registration putty between there so it can duplicate what it's doing in your mouth. And then we use that to adjust your models in our office for your next design. Okay.
And it may take 1, 2, and maybe 3 times going back and forth until it fits perfectly.
And right now, really consistently with our new tools, especially the bite registration and the custom trays, we're having a lot of success by the second try-in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but there's exceptions to every situation. So a lot of it has to do with how long you've been without teeth.
Okay.
Will have an effect on how some of our tools work. And so sometimes, we have to do an extra try-in just so that we can get it perfect. But it's so much more efficient to be able to work out the kinks in the try-in than getting a final denture and trying to adjust it down to make it work.
Right. Now, what happens if somebody doesn't have a denture to do this impression?
We just skip it.
Okay.
We skip it and then ask them questions about what they'd like, or we start. That's sometimes the cases where it needs an extra one because the first one we don't have any reference information.
Okay.
And so then we really start to gather that on the try-in appointment.
Now, these try-in dentures, I wore them for 2 weeks and nobody knew these were not my actual dentures. And you want to talk about the color of these?
So that is our A1 shade. We have 3 shades. We have the A1, which is a natural looking color. We have the A3, which is for people who are coffee drinkers or wine drinkers and are used to a not as bright white shade. And then we have our OM1 shade, which is what we call Hollywood white.
That's this one.
Yep. And it's bright and beautiful, and it sparkles. They all sparkle. But the Try-In is specifically in that A1 color so that you can look at it in your mouth and decide whether you like that shade, want it brighter, or want it darker.
Okay.
And you can see it with your skin and in real time.
Do you want to talk about the acrylic that you use?
Yeah, so the denture-based resin that we use is for 3D printers, and it is designed to adapt to your mouth when the body heat gets it warmed up. It's not extreme, but it's enough that it will secure your fit that much more because it's reactive to the heat.
And so when I put my denture in, it's, room temperature.
But as your body heats that up, it starts to warm.
It forms a little better in the palate, I can tell. And it doesn't have flex, but it has enough that goes in there, but it doesn't mess your bite up. And I don't have sores from it or anything like that. It just forms just a little bit better to my palate.
It's pretty amazing where the technology is going.
Yes, it is. Okay, Jen, thank you very much.
Thanks, Michelle.
I hope people find this easy to do. I
think they will. And just like I hope that they know that we're with them every step of the way. From impressions to the try-ins to the end, you are assigned a denture consultant in the very beginning who you have access to through email, through the portal, and that person is monitoring your case step by step so they know exactly where you're at and where your case is at all times.
Now, from my standpoint, because I've been doing videos for you, I get comments all the time about your customer service and how wonderful it is, how caring that you guys are, and you actually care about somebody's teeth.
We do.
To help them. And when you say you follow them, you really do. And you make any adjustment that you can to help this person feel better.
This is about having a good experience. You're only going to smile with your big new smile if you've had a good experience. So that's part of it. And what makes it so special is this, as a lab and as a person, me getting to know you, asking questions, gathering information. And then when your designer gets that information,
seeing my face and my jaw structure, she can see all of that when we're talking together. And that helps her too.
Yep. And then when we give all that information to your designer, it's not just a blind design.
Right.
He actually has stuff to go off of to use to create that smile.
Right. Well, I'm excited and I enjoy spending my time. I know when I got my dentures, my first set of dentures from you, I was happy. You remember me calling you? I kept sending you all these texts, pictures of me. I got my ring light out and I'm smiling and posing, sending her pictures. I was very happy. I
think I was in my garden getting all those pictures.
Yes, you were. I remember. I do remember that. Well, thank you very much. And if you have any more questions, you can email denturebox.com. At the bottom of their website, they have a contact us, and you can contact Jen anytime you have any questions.
You can, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
And thank you. Thank you for coming on and joining us and showing people how easy this is.
Thanks, Michelle.
All right, everybody.
Up with my jokes.
That's the best part. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.